Ideally, domain names need to be catchy. We have so much information flooding into us that we need ways to filter it, and a catchy domain name is one way to do that. The best way to spark off ideas for a domain name is to brainstorm. Of course, the domain name you choose has to be available for you to purchase as well, which makes the process of finding the best name for your company trickier. Because the creative side and the analytical side of your brain don't mix, they get along with each other about as well as fire and water. It's best to keep the process of coming up with catchy domain names separate from the final decision of which one to choose. Nothing puts a dampener on the process of choosing a catchy domain name faster than finding that your first 10 or 20 or even 50 ideas aren't available. So make this a two-part process. Brainstorm first, check second. It may seem longer-winded, and you may be thinking that you're bound to come up with names that aren't available, but trust me on this, it's worth it. Start by setting aside some time to brainstorm with yourself. Grab a piece of paper and a pen. I know the temptation is to type out the ideas, but the process of handwriting possible domain names has two advantages over using your computer for this part of the process. There's less risk of distraction. You can't just click away from your piece of paper and check Facebook or email. There's more brain engagement when you handwrite a list rather than type one. Set aside at least 10 minutes, ideally 15 or 20 minutes, and come up with ideas, no matter how harebrained they originally appear. That's an important part of the creative process. The less you edit the ideas that bubble up, the better. Because by not ruling out anything initially, your subconscious mind will come up with better and better ideas. A lot of people find that their best ideas come at the start and the end of the process, but some people also find that the ideas in the middle of the list are also good. There's no real logic at that stage. Once you've got your list of potential catchy domain names, put it to one side and let it rest. Even though you are anxious to check whether any of the names you've come up with are available. The logic behind this part of the process is that it gives your mind the chance to think about things, and you'll often find that a few more ideas will pop up overnight, so keep a pen and paper handy. Then look at the list of ideas you've written down and put them into an approximate preferred order. Use a bulk domain checker to check 10 or 20 possible catchy domain names at once. If your website is likely to be completely web-based, feel free to include extra less popular domain extensions. Otherwise, stick to the most common ones. Then choose from the ones that are available. You are likely to find several from the brainstorming that count as catchy domain names you could use.